you. I'm Mrs. Lobo. And I will take you for a dish, but I don't know when I'm going to be your common teacher because you have a teacher who Mrs. Rita was having you. Yes. Okay. So she has currently got some work with CBSE board. So she's not able to come. So I've taken over, but she'll come back and then she will start with the normal portion. Now, how much of portion has she already completed? Has she done half of the tree? No. You might have half of the tree. Okay. So today I will do half of the tree and I will do the bangle sellers. I'll do 2 poems. Okay, so that I will take it for 3 hours today, isn't it? So I'll do half of the tree and I will do the bangle sellers. Okay. And you are from school or you? Sorry, September. You? No. Not from you. 7th day. You? Ryan. Who your master? Ryan. Ryan. Okay. Do anyone of you know me? Mrs. Lobo. Brothers and sisters, but I've been here for the last 14 years. So perhaps your cousins or your brother, the older brothers and sisters have done studied here now. Okay. Thank God you don't know who I am. Okay. Now where is the last boy? Does he always come on time or does he come late? He comes late. Does he stay partially? No. Yeah, and lastly, in chapter 17? Yes. Then we should kill him. Will the other come from where? Oh, you 20. Sector 20. Sector 22. Open heavy. Okay, you. I live in Chattaka. Chattaka is there, but that's here. Sector 7. You are becoming walking, no? Yeah. We have a bike, cycle. No. And this boy is from where? He's from Bardhaman Palace. That's it. This is Bardhaman Market in Bardhaman Palace. Yes. That's so shocking. This is a garden and he has to come now. Yeah. He must be playing in the garden, that boy. Huh? From which school is he? Ryan. What do you do? Do I wait for him or do I start? I don't know. I get called him, but he didn't pick up. He didn't pick up. I think he's doing, I don't know. He's sitting in the bathroom. He's in the bath. Having a shower. My God. We wait for 3 minutes more and then we'll start. I stay in sector 6, Kashi. You know sector 6? You must be in Kashi. You work with sports association, you know? Yes, NMSD. Just next, with row houses. And you know, it's so difficult early in the morning to get a rickshaw. Yeah. There's no rickshaw coming on me. I'm standing on the road in front of my lane only. And I'm waiting for the rickshaw right from 6:50. And there was no rickshaw. My God, I cannot walk. I will not walk. Though I used to walk in my younger days. 14 years ago, we used to be walking. What walking? Running. I used to be running. And now, I'm finding it difficult to start walking. And I'm just praying, oh God, give me a rickshaw, send me a rickshaw, send me a rickshaw. But no rickshaw will be coming and God was on with. That's my prayer. Suddenly, from where I don't know, in my lane, some family had just come from America and they were planning to go to Pune. Now that car could have passed by. Without, or they could have got the window, could have just said, so they recognized me. I'm shocked that the man got out of the car and he said, you know, Auntie, I'm sorry. So I said, my God, you're so big, you were so small when you were in the car. I said, then what made you get out of the car? We saw you standing here, so I thought I would do it. Just 1 second ago, I'm asking God, can you not hear what I'm saying? I want one rickshaw to take me to 3 classes. If that lift doesn't work, I have to climb up 3 steps. Sometimes the lift doesn't work. You know, they have maintenance to be done, or the electricity will go off. So I said, thank God I have to climb up these stories. There's another joke early in the morning. And suddenly this big air-conditioned car has come to take me and take me hell. Technically, God's way of answering your prayer. I'm just shouting, why God to come listen to me for such a long time and praying for a rickshaw to come. He must be saying, he must be laughing. He said, I'm going to give you an air-conditioned car, but I have patience. You know, that nice joke. If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Tell him your plans. Of course, he's going to laugh because he's got his own plans. So, who are you to tell me your plans? I know your plans before you know them. Yeah. But we don't really have implicit trust in God. We want to be in control. God, I want this. We are telling him. You're not waiting for him to say, listen to me. I am going to tell you something about that point. Oh, do I say good morning to you, or do I say good afternoon to you, or I say good day to you? What? And how we're coming from very far away. I think you must be coming from Nehru or from Sankara or even from Kharghar, no? That's what that is coming. So I think I should be careful. He has come from Copenhagen, he has come from some other part of the world, she has come from another part of the world. I also come from very far away I come from. And you have come, hop, skip and jump. Were you playing in the garden? Of course, you must have met your girlfriend there in the morning, since the coming straight away you went there. Ah? Oh, ma'am. Of course you'll say no, you'll say yes. Stop. Go and sign the paper. Where's the paper? You give it to him? Yes, done. What dose you got early in the morning from me, but you don't even know who I am. What is your name? Do you know me? Thank God for that. You have even heard of me? You're from which school? I'm students, they don't know what time is all about. Nothing! You're from Ryan, no? No. Who's from Ryan? Alright? You'll have some discipline. Children of Ryan, the BSc board, it's shocking. The way they're making fun of their schools. They're talking about the morning assembly. They'll have some morning assembly, they'll have some cutting of hands or something today. My sister really say our morning assembly. And I was shocked. I was shocked the way you're right past. I'm just telling you, you're passing my time, I'm waiting for you. I was shocked at the way they were making fun of their own school. We had such a lot of respect for our school. And you know, children, our fees were very 2 rupees and 3 rupees. Never mind what the worth of 2 rupees and 3 rupees per day was in the year 19. You were not born at that time. In the year, I was born in 1951, so I'm 70 years old. And in the year I'm 70 years old. Thank God for that. Oh, you must be thinking I'm 85. No, okay, 70. Thank God you're kind to me. Thank for both the places given. So that was in the year 19. I finished up my senior Cambridge in 1968. So between that time, the rupee of course was very high, the value of the rupee was very high. But our fees were 2 rupees and 3 rupees. But we had such teachers, because we were all under the British. It was closer to the time of the British that they did. So the influence was still with us. We had the British influence. We were not allowed to speak Hindi or Marathi. If we spoke Hindi or Marathi in the corridors of our school, we were fined. Okay, we were fined to put the money, 5, 10 paisa, whatever. That time there was paisa. We stood in the box at the end of the year, the 31st of April, we used to have a party for the class. The money used to go for the classroom. But that's a very wrong thing that our teachers did, because till today I find it difficult to speak Marathi and Hindi. This is supposed to be my national language. That was bad. English. Our nuns were always in starched uniforms, walking up and down the corridor. The moment we saw them, we ran away. Anywhere we ran, but we did not be seen in front of them. And how did we come to know that they were passing? They had the big rosaries with them hanging on it, and that used to make a noise. The thief used to make a noise. We knew sister was coming, we knew mother superior was coming, and we ran, whether it was a toilet or something else's classroom, but we disappeared. Disappeared from the sight to the Belgian man. Oh, huge lady. Very polite, but this was scared because she was huge and tall. Our teachers were so very, very disciplined. Most of them were unmarried at that time. They didn't allow married teachers to teach. Once you're married, you have to be at home. with your children and with your husband. Don't take extra jobs because you can't manage home and school or a job. Stay at home. So we had unmarried teachers, and I think our teachers at that time spent all the money in their dress. They always go most beautiful dresses, latest fashion, modest, because they were in the market, they were in the marriage market. So they were there to attract the opposite sex. So they spent a lot of money on their clothes. And that soon after they got married and they were never seen. They were never seen else. But what happened to them? We learned so much from them. How to dress, how to talk, much beyond our textbooks. We went and we learned so much beyond that textbook. And I come from a place called Bandra. Maybe you gone to Bandra. Bandra. Have you been to Bandra? Now it's very different because all sorts of people have come to Bandra. It's a very rich area. All the topmost film stars, etc. came and Pali. I was on Hill Road. Have you seen St. Joseph's Convent, Bandra? It's a red building with Humpty Dumpty wall. It's a red building. St. Joseph's Convent. I can show you the photo here or anything. And Ritu ma'am is also a student from that. But of course, she was very, very young. And I was very old. We were not there. And we were not in the same time era. But she was surprised to me when I am from Bandra and I am from St. Joseph's Convent, Bandra. We were both from there. That is a school. If you go down to Bandra, look out for St. Joseph's Convent. It's a beautiful building. Not the normal, ordinary buildings that you have had now, simple construction buildings, not point and whichever school. They were the old stone buildings, built during the British time. So that, and the lawns were huge. We had huge places to run, to sprint, to play badminton, to play volleyball, to play throw ball. We had good sport. Today, your compounds and your playing areas have become so small. So most of the time, we were taking care of playing with no mobile, or we didn't have any mobile, and we had nothing. We just spent our time running in our gardens, running on the road. Okay, that was our play, running after butterflies, running during the month of May when they had Mother we would jump over fences and steal mangoes. And then we had the ogres coming running after us, and we would run, and those mangoes used to taste so much better than the mangoes that were bought in the house. What was bought in the house would not taste as much as the stolen mangoes. And we enjoyed. We enjoyed stealing. Okay? We enjoyed stealing. We enjoyed playing with the cricket, hitting someone's window, breaking the glass and running away. So nobody knew who or which child broke that window. But we were enjoying ourselves. Today, there are with the mobile, there are with WhatsApp, there are with Facebook, and all sorts of nonsense. All sorts of nonsense. And if at all you want to have any entertainment, run to the swimming pool. They are there, not even flat in the water, but just standing there in one corner and gossiping. I've seen it. I go swimming also. I mean, mobile sports association. Most of you do that. That's your power exercise. Sad and bad. Okay, let's come to the first chapter, The Heart of a Tree. Have you brought the book, this book? He must have left it with his girlfriend. What have you brought?
It's not a book. I did keep it out, but then I forgot.
Just tell me one thing. How can you learn English from a notebook?
It's my English notebook. It's my English notebook.
It is what?
English notebook.
I don't care. Do you have anything can you learn?
No, because I kept it out, but I forgot.
But your dog ate it. You have a pet dog. The dog ate it. Your homework also your dog will eat. Chew those pages only the dog will chew out and pull out and eat. Come on, give me some better excuse than that. You know, I also grew up giving the same excuse to my teachers. I also grew up. And sometimes I become old. I also grew up to say, and I gave the same excuses to my teachers. And you know what we were told? Knees down in the corner. And I used to get caught because I forgot to wash my knees when I came before I came home. And my mother would protect my knees. My God, you've been punished. And 2-3 hard slaps we got. Next time when you come for an English class, be it my class or any other teacher's class, bring all your books with you. MOV, Merchant and Veges, bring the schedule book and bring your volume because we refer to the volumes. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't give you homework. You do everything in the classroom. Finish it up here. Because when you go home, you have a lot of project work to do. Or if you don't have any project work to do, at least take your cycle and and go for some exercise. Not sit in the garden, walk around in the garden. Have you understood? All of you. Now, the heart of a tree. Have your pencils with you. I want to see you with pencils. And keep on writing whatever I am saying. Because when you go home, you've got your matter to fall back on and study. Right now, I'm there in the classroom and you're sitting and listening to me, listening to a morning time story. There's a thing called a morning time story, but time story I know. Morning time story, and what happens if you go home? There's nothing. I got nothing you can find. Because what the teacher has said has gone in the air. Has gone in the air. So write with a pencil. I don't want a
In the notebooks.
that means you don't have a textbook.
Ma'am told to go bring book.
Then how these people brought the treasure room? Who told them to bring treasure room? Ah, which man is teaching you? Someone man is teaching you separately, and that man is teaching him separately. Only two of you have come without your books. Come and sit in front of the tent. And next time you see that you have your book, I'm not going to supply books to you. Is that clear? Huh? Oh yes, sir, you want to be coming to the table and say, okay, right. Okay, the heart of a tree. Now children, what does heart mean? What do you understand by heart? Now don't tell me, oh, this is an organ that pumps blood or that we know. Scientific reason we know. I'm a science teacher, children, by the way, I teach chemistry also. Okay? So, but don't give me that explanation. It's a pumping organ and that I know. I want a philosophical explanation for the meaning of heart. What does heart mean to you? If I say, do you have a heart?
Yes.
How do you know you have a heart? Don't tell me the sign. I'm living, it's pumping, I can see the pump. No, that's it.
Because I have feelings.
You have
Feelings.
You
Yes, I have.
you have why? Because I have love for my girlfriend. What? I've given you a clue just now.
Yes.
What is the clue? You have love. That's this word. You have emotion. You
I'm careful.
care. You.
It's not careful.
Why are you repeating? Give me something else.
I'm feeling of sadness.
Pull that mask down.
It's not feeling of sadness.
Feeling of?
Sadness.
Okay. Emotion. So a heart is the seat of emotions. Whether it is love, hatred, anger, bitterness, okay, feelings, sensitivity, insensitivity, all these are present in your heart. And when we say, have a heart, man, what the hell are you doing? Then we ask you, please be sensitive. Don't be selfish. See what is happening. Be aware of what is happening. See if you can put your hand forward and go out and reach out to the situation. Have a heart. It also means the center of the situation. That is the heart of the problem. It means the center. It means the most important part. If you say, my heart is the most important part of my body, correct? My heart. It's the center, it's most important. That's the heart of the matter. That's the crux of the matter. It is the most important part of any matter. So heart means most important part of any situation. It also is the seat of emotions. Any emotion, positive or negative, any emotions. Now the heart of a tree. Does a tree have a heart? No. Actually, it's not meaning. There's hidden meaning here. It's not the heart of a tree. It's the heart of the man who planted the tree. It is the heart of a man who planted a tree. And when he was planting the tree, he just did not bother as to what was the outcome of his actions. What was the outcome of his actions? He just planted the tree. And that tree, in its life, is giving and giving and giving and giving. And that's why we say the tree has got a heart. Is that clear? Now, what is the tree giving? Or what is in the heart of the man who planted the tree? What does he plant who plants a tree? What has he gone and done? The man who has gone and planted the tree. He plants a friend of sun and sky. Why does he say that the tree is a friend of the sun and the tree is the friend of the sky? Why does he call it friend?
Because it grows very high.
It grows very, very high, and is closer to the sun. Now, when you, in your day-to-day life, do you go towards your friend or you go towards your enemy? Friend. So it's going towards its friend. It's going higher and higher, and it will being the friend of the sun. It will be the friend of the sky, closer to the sky. Now, here, pay attention, children. That means, in other words, the person who's climbing up that tree is going towards the sun, is going towards the sky. It is you who are reaching the sky. And also, when the tree grows, the sun will definitely come there because it needs photosynthesis. That becomes all scientific. Now, have you heard of this expression? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. What do you mean by that? What's the meaning of that?
Now it means like if you stay close to your enemies, they won't put you in more trouble.
Okay. You're not answering any of my questions. Say something. Say something. Say something. Why do we say keep your enemies closer?
To observe them and
You. Why do we say keep our friends closer? Not because we
friends or
are
any.
enemies closer. Not because we can fall in love with them again. No, not at all. It's because we can keep a strict eye over them. Keep your friends close. Of course, we will not have friends be close. We're comfortable. That's comfortable zone. But why are enemies closer so that we can keep a strict eye on them and we can see what they're doing? And when we know more or less what are they doing, we are prepared to attack. Because for us, attack is the best form of defense. So we can keep a close eye on our enemy so that we know exactly what they're doing. But if we say, no, keep my enemy very far away, that's a stupid thing to do, because when it's far away, we also won't have the capacity to attack you. Follow? Keep your friends closer, but keep your enemies closer still. Now, friend of sun and sky. So we are going higher, taller and taller. We are reaching towards our friend. The tree is reaching, because we climb the tree, and by climbing up the tree, we are reaching closer to the sky and closer to the sun. Now, have you noticed one thing, children? In olden days, actually now also, when we build up our churches or temples, they're always built up on a hilltop or on top of a mountain. Why?
Because of flag.
No, not flat. Why? Because so that we feel we are closer to God. We're climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. We go to the top of some temple because we feel we are closer to God. So we can get it on the sky. And also, when we climb up the steps, it's like a pilgrimage. And as we are climbing up and climbing up, we are, the pain that we face, the exhaustion that we face is a way of asking God to wash away our sins. And we want to be very clean before we enter your temple. Not physically, where we can have a bath, spiritually. Okay, so that is a test for cleansing ourselves to reach God. Because now we know when we go higher up, we're meeting God. We're so close, the sky is so close. Okay, that is the sense, the meaning behind that. Now, he plants the flag of breezes free. He plants the flag of breezes free means when he plants the tree and the tree is growing very, very high, the tree is swaying like a flag. And by that, we can see in which direction the wind is blowing, and we can even see how strong the wind is. Because that tree, the leaves of the tree are moving like the cloth of the flag. Have you come across this statement before? Where?
I have seen it like in some movie.
No, in your textbook, have you come across this things where you can reality?
I might have read it.
Where?
I'm a dark face.
Ah?
A dark face in the
What?
face.
No,
in
no,
the-
no. I mean, when Saladin plucks out the grass and he holds it in the air, and from there he comes from his direction. The wind is blowing. How strong the wind is, that is the direction of his ship. That will be the strength the ship has to face. Otherwise, it's going to face a storm. So by the looking at the way the tree is swaying, you know the direction of the wind and you know how strong the wind is. So he had like a flag. Same thing, the flag also gives you the same indication. Okay, so the tree is like a flag. The shaft of beauty towering high. Shaft of beauty means the trunk of the tree. The trunk of the tree is a shaft, like the pole of the flag. Like the pole of the flag, the trunk of the tree is a shaft. Now, why is it called beauty? Why is it called beauty? Why is the shaft of the tree called beauty? The trunk of the tree called beautiful. Now, on the pole of a flag, it's very plain. But why is the trunk of the tree, which is also like the pole of the flag, called beautiful?
It is more thicker and it has grooves has like lines on it.
That is not the word that trunk of the tree is not plain.
Yes.
It's got markings on it.
Yes.
Maybe people like that fellow will go and draw a heart and an arrow, and he will put there his name and his girlfriend's name. Or the tree, the trunk of the tree is covered with moss, with lichens. Somebody may have drawn a face on it. Different colored plants will be growing from the bark of the tree. Little animals spreading. All this adds to the beauty of the tree. You find the same thing on the shaft of the flag? Not at all. So now you know why it's called beautiful. Okay. Then he plants a home to heaven and I. He plants a home. He's planting a home for animals and for birds. And when he plants the home for animals and birds, he plants it and some of the animals, they make their home so high up, away from the predators, away from any animal that can jump and eat their babies or suck the eggs. So they keep their nest so high up, closer to heaven. So that tree makes for them heaven closer. A nine means bringing heaven closer. Nine means close, bringing heaven closer. Bringing heaven closer. For whom? For those who are staying on the topmost branch of the tree, like the animals, the birds, the squirrels, insects. Making heaven close. Nine means close. Then also it's a home for song and mother croon of bird. For song and mother croon of bird means for the song of the bird. Crooning means the humming of the bird. Now, why is the bird crooning? Why is the bird humming? Maybe it's calling out to its mate. Maybe it is just singing to welcome the morning rays of the sun. It has various reasons to sing and to croon. But in hushed, the crooning of the bird and the song of the bird is in hushed and happy twilight hour. Is in hushed tones. Is in hushed tones. And in the twilight. Why in hushed tones? Why in the twilight? Why in hushed tones? It is twilight. The hushed tone. No, twilight is late evening, early night. Dawn is early morning. Dawn is early morning. Twilight is late evening, early night.
So time to go.
Time to go home. And she's putting the babies to sleep. She's putting the baby. When a mother puts a baby to sleep, she sings so loudly. No, it's very soft. Soothing voices. Soothing voices. Hushed tones. So the baby has to go to sleep. Now, and it is being sung in the twilight. What is the part of the day? Twilight. What is the time of twilight? Late evening, early night. Now, why is happy twilight? Why is twilight called happy? Why is twilight called happy? Happy twilight. Why is twilight called happy?
Because I guess when people go home from work, they have dinner together.
It is because it's the end of the day and they're looking forward to rest. Why are you happy that it is Friday? Because we are at the end of the day, Saturday, Sunday, and rest. Take a break. It's break time, especially Sunday. Today even Saturdays you are working. Today even Saturdays you are working. But if it's a Sunday, well, you can rest. At least get a late. That's what we all look for. A body tends to crave for rest. And when you know that the end of the day is coming, that you're going to go home and relax, you're happy. Is it clear? So that's why twilight is called happy. The trouble of heaven's harmony. These things he plants who plants the tree. The trouble of heaven's harmony means the voice of the bird is shrill and it is in unison with the harmony or with the tune of the heavenly bodies. Now, what troubles me? Trouble is a very shrill voice. Okay, it's a shrill voice. It may be soft, but it's a shrill voice, and it is the voice of the heavenly bodies. Now, scientifically, the heavenly body don't sing, but it's just poetic that the beauty of the heavens is reflected in the shrill voice of the bird. Okay, shrill voice of the bird. What does he plant? Have you got that much written down? The first paragraph, all that is done, paraphrase is over. Now, what does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain. Obviously, you know this that a tree gives you shade and it gives you rain, tender rain. Meaning what? When the clouds see the trees, it will always move towards greenery, cloud, and that's how you get rain. The tree beckons the cloud, the water-bearing clouds. Okay, so you get rain. And seed and bud of days to be. So by growing that tree, that small little seed, he has grown the seed of tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And he has grown the bud of tomorrow and tomorrow and for the years to come. How? That small little seed has grown into a tree. From the tree we got flowers. From the flowers we got fruit. From the fruit we got seeds which have fallen down, and that is how life is continuing. That small little seed. That small little seed. That is what he has grown. But he has grown without thinking. He has grown trees for tomorrow. Okay? Now, and years that fade and flush again. What happens is the old trees die. With the years, the old trees die. But that's not the end of it. It has left seeds, it has left flowers, it has left fruit, and they flush again. Flush means become alive again. So that tree that he has grown may have died, but it has left so many other trees on the earth. That one little seed. Flush again means come back to life again. And he plants the glory of the plain. Glory of the plain means the beauty of the plain. Now if you go and stand on a hillock, you look all around you and you will see that the grass is all brown, all burnt, all barren. Because it's a month of May. It's hot season. But let there be a little bit rain and that brown will turn into green. Alright? The glory of the plain. Now which is the more beautiful? Green plain or a brown plain? Green. That's why it's called the glory of the plain. It makes the plain look glorified, dignified, beautiful. Okay? He plants the glory of the plain, meaning the tree is calling the clouds, and the clouds are raining over the plain, and the claim is giving out green grass. That's what he's done then. He plants the forest heritage. What is the forest heritage? What is the heritage of the forest?
Trees.
Huh?
Trees.
What is it?
Trees.
The trees. Not only the trees, forest heritage are trees. Along with the trees come animals. Along with the animals come birds. Along with the birds come insects. That's all the richness of the forest. That's all the heritage of the forest. So one little tree, and that tree has grown into so many trees, and in those trees they have got animals, birds, insects, everything, anything come to that forest. That is the forest heritage. That is the forest heritage. Not only trees, but the life in the trees. The harvest of a coming age. Now, when you grow, or when the tree grows, it will also grow seeds for the next year. What I mean, suppose you have grown rice for this year. Whatever you need for this year, you will keep. But it will also keep 2 handfuls, or even 1 full jar of seed for the next year. You don't need everything this year. You keep it for that next year. So he said he is keeping, you have grown for the harvest to come. For the next year, you have grown seeds. Okay, harvest of the coming years. You have stored up seed for the harvest of the next years. For food for the next years. Harvest means food for the next years. Okay, got that down? The joy that unborn eyes shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. The joy that unborn eyes, he has grown a tree which even he may not be able to see, but he has grown a tree for the generations still to be born. So the trees that you see here today have been grown by somebody who was dead. But you people at that time, when you grew the tree, you were not even thought of. But they have been seed now. You were the unborn eyes. At that time, when you were growing the seed, you were the unborn eyes. You were the eyes that were not born. But now you are born, and you can see what he has grown. You don't even know who it is who has grown it, but you can see what he has done. So at that time, when he was growing the tree, you were the unborn eyes. You were not yet born, but you can see it today. You can see it today. Now, had he not grown that, if he was a selfish man and he had not grown that, he would not have a single tree today. See, children, it all depends upon your attitude. If you have money, you can say, it's for me. Me, myself, my family, my wife, my children, finished. Or you can say, no, some part of it I'm going to give back to society so that society can benefit. So people have thought like that. And that is why today, you can go all over Europe, all over the world, and yet you see huge, what would they call it? They call it marvels of the world. They have the monuments of the old age, what do they call it? So wonders. They have the wonders of the ancient world, wonders of the medieval world, wonders of the modern world. The Eiffel Tower. Somebody spent money for it. Had he but said, no, the money is for me, you'll never see the Eiffel Tower. If the Louvre is a very huge museum, it's a palace. Okay? And now that very famous Mona Lisa is there. Okay? Now, if those people had not spent the money to build the palace and they kept the money for themselves, ate, drank, and wasted their money, we would not have to see about those palaces. So, like that, we would not have the Taj Mahal, Shah Jahan with all that selfish. So, this is what happens. When you give something back to society, it remains for the generations to come. Now, Paris, how many of you have gone to France, to Paris? Europe, any place in Europe is very beautiful, children. Because Europe has got heritage. Not like America. America, all immigrants went there, and that's how America came up. America doesn't have a tradition. We have a tradition. India has a tradition. We have our traditions. Europe has got traditions, but not America. America was built up by the immigrants. Everybody left. Indians left India and went to America, and they built up, and they built up. We've got the cosmopolitan culture there. But in Europe, it's strictly European. Now, there was during Second World War, Hitler had told one general, you go to Paris and break down all those big buildings, destroy all the monuments, the Champs Élysées palace that is there, destroy the Triumph d'Arc that is there, destroy everything. And the general, when he came to Paris and he saw the beauty, he said, if I destroy all this, it's gone. And I have to go back to Germany and meet Hitler. He's going to destroy the me. In any way, I'm going to be killed. If I destroy the palaces of the monuments, I will be killed. And if I don't destroy them, also will be killed. It's better if I keep them and go back and be killed. So he sacrificed his life, but he saved these monuments, which you and I can see today. And the surprising thing is, children, so many years ago, that is engineering skill of so many years. Engineering had not yet developed. Yet those buildings are there even till today. While today, with all the engineers, every second person is an engineer here, with all the technologies, modern technologies, yet our buildings don't even withstand 20 years. Have you seen the buildings around? Redevelopment. They're not even centuries old, and they're broken down, cracks. Look at Vashi. Vashi is only 40 years old. And look at those centuries. See the difference between technology, old technology and modern technology. They were honest, they used good material. Here they're using adulterated material. Selfishness. Over the years, selfishness has crept in. Lack of concern for society. With the result, we don't find these monuments anymore. Correct? Unless one of us is such a philanthropist that says, no, I will start something for the new generation. Even Ambani Ankara is not even a beautiful construction. It looks like a monstrous construction. There's nothing beautiful about the building. You have seen the building? Seen on WhatsApp. It's an ugly looking thing. Internally, it may be very beautiful, all shining. Even the caps are gold. Even the caps are gold. And some people don't want to work in that place because you worship that gold. It's Lakshmi, no? And they said, my God, to go and wash our dirty hands using that gold. But it's not beautiful. It's not a monument. I don't know how many people will come to India to see that building. Okay. So, it's a joy of that, I'm sure. What does he plant? He plants a tree. He plants in sap and leaf and wood. When he has planted a tree, he has planted important things coming out from the bark of the tree, the sap. Sap means what? The secretion coming out from the tree. What are the secretions that come out from the tree? Latex, gum, rubber, your hing. It's asafoetida in English, but we call it hing in Marathi and Hindi. That is from a tree. Then that incense, dhoop, that also comes from the tree. All these are cash crops. So when he grew a tree, he's grown these cash crops. He has grown leaf. Leaves are medicinal. And some of the leaves are used for thatching roofs. Correct? Some of the leaves are dried, they are dyed, and you get lovely baskets made from the leaves, lovely floor rugs, lovely wall rugs, all cottage industries from the tree. Okay? And wood, of course, you all know the value of wood. Wood, correct? You have different types of wood, teak wood, sag, the Burma teak wood, the mahogany wood, the birch wood, the oak, the rosewood, all these, sandalwood, all these are tree, all these are cash crops. All these are cash crops. in love of home and loyalty. So when he grew that tree, he was growing something because he loved his home and he was loyal and far past thought of civic good, and he was loyal to the society. Civic good means for the good of society. That was what he was growing when he grew a tree. Love of home means you can use all these things in your home. The saw you can use, the sap you can use, the thing you can use, the rubber you can use, the gum you can use in your home and reduce for the benefit of society. Civic good and far cast thought. He thought not only of his house, but of the general good of the neighborhood and society at large. His blessings on the neighborhood. So as I told you, when he was growing the tree, he was growing blessings on the neighborhood. Who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of our land? How did he start growing the tree? In the palm of his hand, he had mud and he had that seed inside, and the palm of a hand, he grew that tree, which now becomes beneficial to everybody. And from that one tree, you got the growth of the entire land, the entire forest, the entire country. And a nation's growth from sea to sea. Nations grow from sea to sea. Our nation from this sea to the foreign seas has become rich because we're exporting. We're exporting wood. We're exporting products of the tree, like your spices. They're all coming from plants. Spices, medicines are being produced by the tree, from the leaves of the tree. All this is being exported from sea to sea, and our nation is becoming economically rich. That is how he has benefited the nation by planting a tree. How do you plant this? Suppose I go and say, go and plant a tree. How do you go and plant a tree? Yeah, you go and dig the ground and you put the seed inside. No, that's a wrong way of doing it. You know why? As I told you, I'm a chemistry teacher also. You're supposed to take that soil, you're supposed to put in a little water, and then you put the pH paper. You know what pH is? pH paper is a paper will tell you how acidic that soil is or how basic it is. If it is acidic, the plant will die. You say, oh my God, I put the plant tree and it's not growing. If it is basic, the tree will die. So what do you do? If it is acidic, you got to make it basic. If it is basic, you got to make it acidic. How acidic? How basic? There's something called a scale, a pH scale, and if it is 7, it's neutral. The water has got pH 7. That's why we keep on drinking it. Okay? Otherwise, if it is acidic, you drink it. If it is basic, you drink it. Because it's neutral. So that soil has to be neutral. So test that. If it is acidic, you add something basic. You add your ammonium phosphate, you add your ammonium chloride, all your fertilizers you add. Correct? And make it basic. If it is basic, you will add acidity. You'll add urine. You'll add cow dung. That's all the fertilizers. Make that soil neutral. Then you will grow the plant. That man who did it, he only dug the ground because he was a simple man, not knowing the science behind it. Sometimes you're lucky, the tree survives. Sometimes it dies. Understood the poem? Now you read the poem and just see that any sentence or any word which you have not understood, ask me, I'll explain it to you, and then we will go for the figures of speech. Okay. Did you enjoy the poem? Good. Have you done this poem in the school? Done it? In ninth. In the ninth standard. And I don't think your teacher explained it to you the way I explained it to you. Definitely not. Definitely not. Do you have an older brother called Yash?
Yes, sorry.
Your older brother.
No.
You don't have an older brother at all? You look so much like my boy Yash, who was in two classes 5-6 years ago.
The hollow of his hand holds all the growth of our.
Yeah. See, what he did is he took the mud, he put the seed inside, and that he took and he put into the soil. That's why he's in the hollow of his hands. The hollow. The hollow. He was holding it in the hollow of the palm of his hand. And then he put it into the ground. Finish this is reading. Then complete, no difficulty, and pushing further. Okay. Now we go to a friend of sun and sky, personification. Personification. Why? This as you have as a friend is calling the tree the friend of the sky and the sun. He's making him like a person. People have friends. So the tree is now called made to referred to as a person who's got the tree, who's got the sun and the sky as friends. Now, he plants the flag of breezes free. This is a metaphor. It's a metaphor. Now, what is a metaphor and what is a simile? Have you heard of this? Metaphor and simile? We all know what a metaphor is and what a simile is. You know, what is it?
I'm a little bit confused in symbols.
Say, just whatever you say, then I will check. I will correct.
I mean, metaphors, we compare it with something, and then simply.
I mean, simply we use the word like by comparison, and metaphor there is not comparison of any word.
Correct. You understood what we said? So both simile and metaphor, both of them are used for comparisons. Both of them are used for comparisons. But in the case of simile, the comparison is direct. In the case of metaphor, it is an indirect comparison. What do I mean by that? In simile, because the comparison is direct, we use as or like in that sentence. As or like, because the comparison is direct. But in metaphor, the comparison is indirect. We don't use as or like. It's an implied comparison. What do I mean by that? She eats like a pig. She eats like a fig. This is a simile or metaphor? Simile. Because we use as. Sorry, she eats like. We use like. Okay, so it's a direct comparison. Her eating habits is directly compared to the eating habits of the pig. Correct? And I use the word like. Same sentence. She is a pig while eating. She is a pig while eating. Have I used right like while here? No. Yet I have brought in a comparison. I imply the comparison between her eating and the eating of the pig. They are alike. They are alike. The eating of the pig and the eating of that lady or sheep is the same. But there's no as or like used. The comparison is implied, not direct. She runs like a deer, that boy. Is it simply or metaphor? She runs like a deer. It is a but. Very good. Use the same sentence, but metaphorically.
Only in simile or metaphor?
Metaphor, metaphorically, make the same sentence making it as a metaphor.
She is a deer while running.
She is a deer while running. She runs like a deer. Simply, she is a deer while running. Or she is a deer in the race. She is a deer in the race. No as or like used, but the comparison is there. She fights like a tiger. She fights like a tiger. Simply, make it a metaphor.
She's a tiger while fighting.
Oh, she's a tiger in the fight. She's a tiger in the fight. Means a fighting like that type of a tiger. Without using like or as. Correct? Have you got this very clear in your mind now? Okay. Next we go to happy twilight. It is called transferred epithet. Have you heard of this particular speech? But it is there. Transferred epithet. Transferred, you know the meaning of transfer. You know the spelling of transfer. Epithet is EPI. Epithet is EPI. THET. EPI. THET. Epithet. EPI. THET. But that the transferred epithet means when the action is passed. Yeah. Transfer epithet means when the action is passed from the doer to the object. See, by you, I'm explaining to you, children, look at me, look at my face, look at my actions of the hand. So this will get into your mind when you're studying. What did this say? What was her action? What was the facial expression? It will come back. That's how the thoughts will come back to you. That's why I'm using my hands when I'm talking. Everybody will start on it this way. Finished. So, transferred epithet means the action is transferred from the doer to the object. What do I mean by this? Miss, I want to go to the washroom. Who is washing? You are washing or the room is washing? You are washing. So your action of washing is passed from you to the object. So therefore it's called washroom. Bathroom. The room is having a bath, you are having a bath. So bath, bathing room. Your action of bathing is gone to the room. Living room. Who's living, you or the room? Your living, the action of living is passed from you to the room. Not transferred. The singing tree. The singing tree. Is this tree singing? And who is singing?
The bird.
The bird. The life. Whether birds, butterfly, insect, whatever it is, all living alive. So the action of singing is is passed from the doer to the object. Happy twilight. Is twilight happy? No. The feeling of happiness is passed from the people to the evening. You are happy because it is evening, because it's twilight. But it's very clear. Paka, go ahead. Okay. Now, treble of heaven's harmony. And treble of heaven's harmony is called metonymy. It's called metonymy. Okay, the treble of heaven's harmony is called metonymy. And go to the next slide now. Unborn eyes, sap, leaf, wood. All this is synecdoche. All this means synecdoche. All this is synecdoche. Synecdoche is how SYN ED SYNED OCHE OCHE synecdoche. Synecdoche. Now, have you got that? Metonymy and synecdoche. Now pay attention here. Just as you have simile and metaphor closely related to each other, excepting for that difference between as and like. Similarly, in the case of metonymy and synecdoche, there is a relationship, a likeness. A slight difference is there. Synecdoche means part for the whole. Right on there. Synecdoche means it's a figure of speech. A synecdoche is a figure of speech where a part stands for a whole, where a part of the object stands for the whole, where the part of the object stands for the whole, where the part of the object stands for the whole. Got it? And metonymy is where a word stands for the whole, where a word stands for a whole. Got that? Now, what I mean by this? Suppose I bought a new car. I say, come, see my new wheels. Come, see my new wheels. The wheels are a part of the car, so it is synecdoche. It's standing for the entire car, and I use only one part of it. See my new wheels. The wheels stand for the whole car, and the wheel is part of the car, so it's synecdoche. But suppose I say, come see my new ride. Come see my new ride. Now, is ride a part of the car? It's a word, but it means my car. That is metonymy. That is metonymy. That a part of that body stands for the whole. That's said to be synecdoche. And when it's only a word, it is metonymy. And suppose you say, the rose is coming to meet us. Whom does the rose stand for? It's a thing. Rose is a thing. A part. Whom does it stand for?
A person.
Which person? The rose. They didn't say a rose, they said the rose. A special person, Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru was always had a button or a rose. So we used to call him the rose. The steel rim spectacles are coming to meet us. Who is that? Lovely. Netaji. You also had Gandhiji. More than Netaji, Chandra Bose, it is Gandhiji. He had a steel. So that is a part for the whole. That is synecdoche. It stands for Gandhiji. Now I talk about myself. These are my new eyes. Part for the whole, eyes. Synecdoche. This is my new sight. Metonymy. Sight is a word. Right, is that good? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Pakka, no problem. So now know the difference between simile and metonymy and know the difference between simile and metaphor and metonymy and scenario. Okay. That's enough. Finish. We finished up all the figures of speech. So now understood. Now what we do is still how many minutes more? 20 minutes more. No problem. Open up your volume and now read from the very beginning and work out the exercises from that volume. Homework is done here itself. Don't take anything home. Complete it. Have you brought your book? That book also you didn't bring. Volume you didn't bring. This you didn't bring. That you didn't bring.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of embodies?
Empathy means okay.
Embodies.
Embody. Embody means present in the body. Your heart is embodied in your body, present inside your body.
Benevolent.
Benevolent means being very charitable. Benevolent means being charitable. Benevolent means being destructive. Mal means bad. Ben means good.
And western. Western.
Bestowing means giving you.
meaning of states? STIRS. What is the meaning of states?
Skill.
STIRS.
Stores.
Stern. Stern means strict.
And stores.
STIRS.
STIR.
Yes.
Stir is stirring.
What is a harvest?
Harvest. Harvest is when you see if you the produce of the land. So if you are now say mangoes are in the season, when you pluck all the mangoes and you put them in boxes and sell them, that's a harvest. The produce of the tree is called harvest. Usually, harvest is always good, not bad. It's profitable to you, we call it harvest. Profitable produce from the plants. Profitable produce from the plants. It's called harvest.
How will write this?
Write down the entire paraphrase, meaning of the poem. Okay, you can take a break now, children, and come back soon. Don't run away. Don't run away to the garden. You came direct from the bathroom, already comb your hair, nothing. Huh? You comb your hair. See? Excellent.
Last question. I don't think so. That's good already. If you didn't deny,